this International Happiness Day. So, ma'am, your list of these contributions is very large. So, without wasting your time, because you have just come from the university for spending time with us, I welcome you here for showering your blessings on us. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ambica ji. It is a matter of honor for me to be in this online webinar on joy and happiness. And it is good to have, maybe he will be joining late, the Director Colleges, Janab Peerzada Mohammad Yousaf, Professor N.K. Saksena sir, and Sanganitra Sen Gupta, and the organizer of the webinar, Ambica Kumari. She is a nodal officer of the counseling cell for the Manodarpan program. The webinar has been organized in collaboration with Sri Healthcare Research International. Principals, faculty, students from various colleges, from Jammu, Srinagar, and other parts of the country, and all my dear participants. It will really feel good about it when we talk about happiness. And today, every year we can say on this 20th March, this International Day of Happiness is celebrated. And the theme for this year is happiness for all, forever. So we talk about happiness for all, but here the theme is forever. So that means it has to be continued. So this celebration is throughout the world. Everyone is celebrating, and we must recognize the relevance of happiness and well-being as universal goals and aspirations in the lives of human beings. The qualities of happy people includes self-esteem, personal control, optimism, extraversion, and hope. Because we all believe that these are certain characteristic traits which has to be there and which has seen in the people जो बहुत ही happy रहते हैं, खुश रहते हैं, वो हमेशा अपने आप में कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, अच्छी बातें सोच सकते हैं, उम्मीद रख सकते हैं, जैसे कि कोरोना के टाइम में कैसे अपने आप को उस सिचुएशन से आप कैसे बाहर निकालें, कैसे लोगों को हेल्प कर सकते हैं, तो यहाँ पे उन लोगों को देखा जा सकता है जिनमें ये चीज है. So there are positive ways to look after ourselves and each other. वो कौन-कौन सी चीजें हैं? Keep calm, stay wise, be kind. So these are the three things which are very positive. जैसे कि keep calm, तो हर इंसान जो है बहुत सारा difficult time आता है. Everyone is facing that difficult times. और हम अपने आप में अपनी चीजों के साथ, अपने बिहेवियर के साथ कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते. तो वो कंट्रोल करने के लिए जब तक कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाएंगे तो वो एक हैप्पीनेस की फीलिंग, एक सेटिस्फैक्शन की फीलिंग, एक वेलबीइंग की फीलिंग नहीं आ सकती. तो ये सब करने के लिए बहुत सारी चीजों की जरूरत पड़ेगी. Then the second is stay wise. और जरूरी ये भी है कि जैसे आप सब आजकल जानते हैं कि ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइजेस जो हैं वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हैं। जब भी हम कोई डीप ब्रेथ लेते हैं तो हम उसमें फोकस करना चाहते हैं। These three things work: keep calm, stay wise, and be kind. So we have to take a deep breath and focus on what really matter to us. कि हमें उस पे फोकस जरूर करना है कि हमारे लिए कौन सी चीज जरूरी है, क्योंकि हर इंसान की हर एज में अलग अलग जरूरतें हैं। तो उनके हिसाब से हमको देखना पड़ेगा हम कहाँ पे अपने आप को कंट्रोल कर पाते हैं। और आजकल के समय में अगर देखा जाए तो एग्रेशन जो है वो छोटे से लेके बड़े तक इतना ज्यादा बढ़ गया है जहाँ कंट्रोल पॉसिबल दिखाई नहीं देता। So we have to make up our mind how we can keep calm ourselves. When we say stay wise, that is, जिंदगी में बहुत सारे वक्त आते हैं जहाँ पे हमें अपनी चॉइसेस देनी पड़ती हैं और वो चॉइसेस हमें हेल्प करती हैं पॉजिटिव एक्शन करने के लिए और हमारे एक बैलेंस बनाए रखने के लिए बिटवीन द बॉडी, माइंड एंड सोल, और हेल्प करने के लिए दूसरों को। तो किस तरह से हम अपने उस विजडम को यूज कर सकते हैं करने के लिए कि कैसे इसको हम अपनी चॉइसेस को लें जो हमारे सामने आती हैं। तो हमारी सिलेक्शन कॉन्शियसली होनी चाहिए, अनकॉन्शियसली नहीं। जैसे बहुत बार बहुत सारे बच्चे जो हैं उनको समझ में नहीं आता हम क्या पढ़ें, क्या सब्जेक्ट्स लें, तो पढ़ना कुछ शुरू करते हैं, एंड अप किसी और चीज पे होते हैं और अपनी स्किल्स को भी डेवलप नहीं कर पाते हैं। तो हमारे को समय हमेशा मिलता है लेकिन हम उस राइट समय पे वो चॉइस हम नहीं कर पाते बिकॉज ऑफ एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स जो हैं वो बहुत बीच में आ जाते हैं। तो जिसकी वजह से हम सबको खुश रखने के चक्कर में अपना जो है इंटरेस्ट जो है वो लूज करते हैं। Then the third one is be kind. So everyone has to be kind towards others. हमें दूसरों के बारे में सोचना चाहिए, उनसे कनेक्टेड रहना चाहिए और रीच आउट करना चाहिए उन लोगों के पास जिनको हमारी जरूरत है, किसी तरह से हम उनकी मदद कर सकते हैं। तो इसके लिए भी हमें अपने आप को तैयार रखना चाहिए। जैसे कि आजकल सिस्टम में है कि भाई आपको कम्युनिटी सर्विस भी करनी है, सोसाइटी के लिए कुछ अच्छा करना है, फील्ड में जाके काम करना है। सो अगर हम में वो काइंडनेस है तो हम उस काम को बहुत खुशी से और अच्छे से करेंगे। लेकिन अगर नहीं है, वो कमिटमेंट भी नहीं है करने की, तो हम उसको नहीं कर पाएंगे और वो जो हैप्पीनेस की फीलिंग है वो नहीं आएगी। सो आई बिलीव दैट happiness is a fundamental human right and goal for all and at all ages. सबके लिए, सब ग्रुप के लिए, सब लोगों के लिए this is very important. So happiness is a universal aspiration. हर इंसान चाहता है कि मैं खुश रहूं, है ना, हर एक की इच्छा यही होती है, लेकिन उसके पीछे जो करना है वो उसको कर नहीं पाते, अपना डाइवर्सिफाइड माइंड में चले जाते हैं। हैप्पीनेस इज अ वे ऑफ लिविंग। जैसा हम रहना चाहते हैं, सोच सकते हैं और अपनी कम्युनिटी को सर्व कर सकते हैं, अपनी सोसाइटी को सर्व कर सकते हैं, वो एक हैप्पीनेस की फीलिंग देता है। सो इट इज अ पाथ टुवर्ड्स अचीविंग द सस्टेनेबल गोल। अगर हम शुरू से ही फ्रॉम द वेरी चाइल्डहुड हमें इन बातों को बताया जाए कि कैसे हम काम रहेंगे, वाइज रहेंगे, सिलेक्शन करेंगे टाइमली और अपने आप को काइंड रखेंगे, तो डेफिनेटली ये जो गोल है हमारा, हमारे साथ, हमारी हर एज में वो हमारे साथ ही चलेगा। सो इट कैन बी सस्टेनेबल इन दैट वे। न्यू पैराडाइम फॉर ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट, जैसे कि अभी कोरोना का समय था और उसमें टोटली इट इज अ न्यू नॉर्मल। वी से न्यू नॉर्मल के हिसाब से हमें अपनी बहुत सारी चीजों को बदलना पड़ा और अपने आप को डेवलप करना पड़ेगा। जैसे कि हम टीचर्स को देखते थे, ऑनलाइन टीचिंग करनी है पर पता नहीं कैसे करनी है, So everyone is learning that skill. और जब वो सीख जाते हैं तो शुरू में डेफिनेटली बहुत मुश्किल होती है चीजों के लिए, पर बाद में उनको ये एहसास होता है कि नहीं, हमने जब ये सीख लिया तो वो एक प्लेजर फीलिंग देते हैं उनको, और वो जो फीलिंग होती है वो एक बड़ी सेटिस्फाइंग होती है टू द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. With this, we have to tell everyone that this day is to be celebrated. As we wish birthdays to each one, why not we wish the happiness day for all? तो आपको सबके साथ ये विश करना चाहिए कि और आपने आज के दिन क्या क्या काम किया उसको शेयर करना चाहिए, जिससे कि आप लोगों को भी खुश कर सकते हो, और वो सेलिब्रेशन में अपने जो आपके क्लोज लोग हैं, जो आपको पॉजिटिव एक वाइब्स देते हैं, उनके साथ शेयर करना चाहिए. सो हैप्पीनेस इज टू बी स्प्रेड by everyone, those who can give. And sometimes you feel that the person is not in that happy mood. So we have to just have a concern for that, how we can make that person happy. And one has to enjoy the nature. When you are not getting anything from that particular environment where the human beings and the society is there, sometimes you can connect with the environment. And environment gives you so much of happiness, and that raises your level of your well-being. तो जब भी हम कभी ऐसा कर सकते हैं तो हमें लगता है कि हमें बहुत सारी चीजें उनको देख के ये ऐसा महसूस होता है कि ये हमसे बातें करते हैं और हमें देख के बहुत खुशी होती है. So for developing happiness in our life, we need to associate with people. हमें लोगों के साथ associate होना चाहिए, positivity के साथ, in and around them, और उनमें कुछ strengths को build up करना चाहिए, resilience को build up करना चाहिए, and adopt the practices like breathing, relaxation, meditation, mindfulness. ये इन सब को डेवलप करेंगे तो जहां भी कुछ नेगेटिविटी है वो उसको पॉजिटिविटी में बदल सकता है. Therefore, the International Day of Happiness is a day to value yours and others' happiness. सबके लिए वैल्यू करना चाहिए and make people happy.
मैं बताऊं, I want to give the introduction again because sir has just joined. You started the Department of Psychology in the University of Jammu in 2001. Before that, you have served for 15 years in the Gandhi Nagar College. So see the history, number of scholars, students that has taken the education from you. They are serving in every nook and corner of the world. I am also your student here. So some are IAS officers, KS officers, even the psychologists who are working in the other countries, they have taught from you. So ma'am, आपको शत-शत नमन है.
धन्यवाद जी, thank you so much.
Yes ma'am. So यही हैप्पीनेस है, यही है कि आप जैसे टीचर स्टार्टिंग में मिले, हमें हैप्पीनेस आपके चेहरे पे देखी तो हमने भी वही सीखी. तो अभी ये भी एक मैसेज है कि सभी टीचर्स को भी खुश रहना चाहिए ताकि बच्चे वैसा ही सीखे स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम. जो आजकल स्ट्रेस है, इतना डिप्रेशन है छोटे छोटे बच्चों को, वो they do the observation learning from the first from their teachers. So thank you ma'am for your gracing the occasion, for your blessings. Now I would like to invite our chief guest, Peerzada Mohammad Yousaf. He is the backbone of our education department. He is serving till day and night for the very hardly for the welfare of the department. And sir is very busy. And thank you, sir. From
hello. If I'm audible to others, may not be thanks.
Yes, sir, audible.
Yes. First of all, let me place on record my sincere gratitude to the organizers of this event. Though in a virtual mode, perhaps COVID has given us this freedom to meet people all across the world through this virtual mode. Otherwise, it is very difficult to bring all the people on the same platform and have an interaction. Perhaps this is one of the blessings that we have got from COVID. Otherwise, there is little scope for thinking that COVID has brought any kind of humor and happiness to all of us. we are gloomy because of this COVID. For last 1 year, we have been battling it, and it is not leaving us as such. So, anyways, the college, Gandhi Nagar College, has been running forefront in conducting some kind of programs which they try to bring the students out of the stress conditions which we all face. So this Manodarpan, or this psychological, we can say, the cell of this Gandhi Nagar Women's College is contributing immensely in helping students to leave their stresses and concentrate on their career. I can say only that we all, because this is the happiness day for all of us. So we feel that the students are, though our attention, but everybody wants to be happy on this planet, but he cannot, because as we have that there are two shades, we can have day as well as the night, we can have the sun as well as the shade. So we can say that happiness is again complemented by the sadness, and sadness comes because of the environment, because of the situations, because of so many of our issues that confront us. Because if we are not sad, then we are not humans. We need to be happy, as well as we can be influenced by the situations. At that time we'll be sad, nobody can make us happy that moment. I feel that there are three stages when these students, particularly, we will focus on them. We feel that the positivity in our children comes from the mother's womb. If our parents are really focused in this materialistic world, if they can concentrate on the development of their children, and then they can give them the atmosphere so that they have the belonging, they feel belonged to their parents. Because nowadays, in a mad race of this, we can say, materialism, career race, so many situations, we generally neglect our children. And that has a lifelong effect on their moods, on the mood swings that we generally find in our children, because they feel they are not being attended so much. So this is the first reason that we find that our present day children, we do not find happiness, we do not find them smiling daily in our classrooms or in the social gatherings. Second is that when they move out of their school, mother's home, they go to the institutions, from nursing to the college level. They move from one grade to the other. School again plays a very important role, but though the time in the school is limited, we must be quite aware about the situations, about the friendships, about the companionships that our students have, our children have during their study period. Because the stress of teaching, learning, the stress of learning, particularly for the youngsters, is also making them sad. There has been a lot of cry that our young children are having a load of books on their shoulders. They are being taught at their preliminary stages so many books, so many things that makes them stressful. So that also brings a personality change in them when they grow. So we cannot make people happy all of a sudden. That you try to be happy, they cannot be, because these situations generally get impregnated on their mind, on their soul. And perhaps another aspect that we forget in the early childhood is that how much we link these children with we cannot say that somebody may not be religious, but how much we link them with the religion or some other kind of which is an alternative to the religion, so that they concentrate, they meditate from the very childhood, they remain focused, because that brings qualitative change in the personality development. Because once you have faith, the faith is perhaps the biggest pillar in one's life, even under strenuous situations, under difficult situations. Only faith drives him from those conditions. So perhaps a 10-minute meditation during a day can bring a lot of happiness in anybody. So as parents, because this webinar is connecting parents also, parents, I myself a parent, we have to basically keep in mind that our children must not be only focusing on their career, but career must be embedded with the values, with the, we can say, ethos that we have, a cultural ethos, we have the social belongingness. We must give them chance to meet their relatives, meet their friends, so that they have a time, they have a chance to give vent to their feelings in their flock, because many a times our children are under peer group pressures, and they can come out of the pressure when they have an interaction with their own cohort of age group. So there they can really come out of the stress, and they can be very happy. So the objective of higher education, of creating these kind of niches, these kind of small placement cells, is that they must be year-round active. They must try to figure out these grown-up children, because in college education, we receive the children who are grown, who are above 18 years, because they have spent already 18 years in school, and they can come with a lot of influences from their home, from their schooling. They come with a lot of influences. They can have so many issues. And second important point is that they move into the adolescence. They can have those hormonal influences. They can have so many issues. And all those issues should be mapped by a psychologist, by a person who is involved in this psychological cell or another one cell. He or she has to basically link and associate with each student whose face can give her or him a good feel whether the student is really okay or he has some issues, and then build the confidence, bring them close to you, and enable them to speak out and give you their inner, so that we come to realize some issues they may be confronted with and try to solve them. We have asked all our principals that to strengthen these cells, they can even hire the services of professionals. They can link such a student who has any kind of issue which cannot be easily removed by counseling by a counselor in the placement cell. She needs or he needs an advanced kind of attention. So there they can link, they can hire the services of a psychologist, a professional clinical psychologist. They can keep him connected, and the student can directly be linked with that professional, so that without a barrier, he or she can express his or her issues with the specialist, and we can have some kind of, we can say, solution to his or her problems. So I feel that this is the student stage. So you rightly said by the anchor that teachers need to be happy. And for teachers in higher education, I think that the only worry could have been the package. For last so many years, the UGC has been given very good package. We must be thankful to the Creator who has bestowed on us this profession. Tell you honestly that when you look around, what can make you happy? If all the teachers look around, they may find a lot of people around them who were with them in the race to reach to a career, but they failed. So this is luck plus their hard work, that they have been given a chance to work in the higher education system, which is a highly paid system, which is very highly paid. They must be satisfied. They must not be worried. They must be looking happy on their face, and that reflection should go to the students. That could make others also happy. That could make happy their family. But if they are, I mean that if we have no control on our emotions, if we have no control on our greed, then often we will never be happy with what package we are getting. But this is too much for all of us. Honestly speaking, I've always felt contented with what I'm getting. And even if I have seen in my career, I don't get those things which others get because of their positions, because of their qualification, which I do possess. Because of some rules, I couldn't get that, but I have no remorse. I couldn't get it because I'm already getting enough. And those who work with me in the college as principals, they are getting more pay than what I get. Honestly speaking, you can see that they get at least more than 1,000 rupees additional than what I get. So I am still happy. Honestly speaking, I'm very happy. I'm contented. Contentment is very important. It has been said in our case, if you want to be happy, don't look at the people who are above you. Look at the people who are below you. Because there is a quotation that once Sadi, he is a great Persian poet, he went to the mosque to complain before God that I don't have money to buy shoes. After putting his meditation in the mosque, when he came out, on way back to his home, he found a person without his feet. He was without his feet. He went back to the mosque, have prostrated before God, told him, I am thankful to you, give me feet to walk. I have seen people without shoes. So that made him happy. So we must look around, see what kind of people we have around, how people make their both hands meet, how toiling it is for those who are with us. So that can give us the contentment, that can make us happy. Otherwise, we cannot go to the market and buy happiness. It's never possible. We may have a lot of money, a lot of assets. They cannot give us any kind of happiness. If we have lesser money, but contentment, we'll be very happy. I think I've spoken too much. I thank you all for giving me a patient hearing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your optimistic approach, motivational words and blessings. आपका जो तरीका है मेडिटेशन, हम बच्चों को जरूर करवाएंगे. योगा डे आने वाला है, हम आज से ही तैयारियां शुरू कर देते हैं.
Don't wait for days. Don't wait for days. There can be a yoga day, but that is restrict people to go for yoga every day. It should be a part and parcel of the students. Not only yoga day, you can make it any day. You can ask them, make a part of your life yoga. They can come early in the morning, have asanas, and then make themselves happy. So this is the best way of keeping yourself fit and happy also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ma'am, you want to say something?
No, I told true, very true. Every day should be a yoga day because energy is inside, not outside. So if we can integrate the energy and make the correct alignment with yoga, people will be happy. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So thank you, sir. Sir, I think has left. No, I think now it gives me immense pleasure to introduce N.K. Saksena, retired principal and H.O.D. Psychology, PPN P.G College, CSJM University, Kanpur. Sir is a former president of IPA, former sectional president, Behavioral Sciences, Indian Science Congress, Lifetime Achievement Award by Indian Academy of Health Psychologists, a long list of, if I read all these, it will, one day is insufficient. So, sir, I welcome you here to shower your blessings on us. Welcome you, Saksena, sir.
Thank you. I take this opportunity of thanking the organizers for inviting me to this wonderful webinar. And I also take this opportunity of wishing everybody a happiness day, because since 2012, this day is being celebrated as Happiness Day. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So since 20th March 2012, this day is being celebrated as Happiness Day. And this is the 9th time that we are celebrating. All the member countries of United Nations are supposed to, they are celebrating this day, also the NGOs and many others. So happiness is a very, very positive personality trait. Not only this, happiness, I has, it is an emotional state of joy. So the stage is contentment, satisfaction, happiness, and joy. Happiness and joy or can be clubbed, and satisfaction and contentment may be clubbed. So happiness is very important. Just few minutes back, Director Sir has emphasized the role of, that at the level of child, these things can be induced. I have been advocating about positive parenting and positive schooling. Positive parenting and positive schooling, they can be very fruitful in inducing all the positive personality traits, including happiness. And before I discuss this, I like to tell you that happiness should be positive. I have a tendency to discriminate between negative happiness and positive happiness. Sadistic pleasure is also happiness. One who is a sadist gets pleasure in inflicting some type of injury, mental or otherwise, to the other person, and he gets happiness. A cheat, if he cheats successfully, feels happy. एक चूना लगाने वाला किसी के चूना लगा देता सफलतापूर्वक, बड़ा खुश होता है. But that happiness is negative happiness. I talk about intrinsic happiness. Intrinsically, happiness should come from within himself. That happiness, and happiness is an index of, a smile is also an index of happiness. But here also, there should be a distinction between an air hostess smile and a genuine smile. Air hostess also smiles. But is that true index of our happiness? No. That is ritualistic. That is the part of our duty. So I have a tendency to make a distinction between, fake smile, which I ironically call air hostess smile, and a genuine smile. Similarly, negative happiness and positive happiness. So positive happiness is intrinsically determined. And happiness has three moods, I can say: pleasure, passion, and purpose. 3 P's are related with happiness. And passion, if you have a passion for something, and if you do for that, you feel happy. Sangmitra ji has a very great passion for, she is running Shri Institute very successfully, and I have seen her performing so well. And that passion keeps her happy and all the time smiling. So passion should be there. And again, purpose. Our goal, the goal that we set, should be attainable. So when I talk of positive parenting, most of unhappiness, most of sadness among children is caused by parents. Over-expecting parents, for example, are a very poor model. In a class of 40, if every mother or every father, every parent motivates the child to get first position, it is not possible. And if a child gets 9th, 10th, 12th position, a small child, no problem. But if all the time if all the time he's motivated to get first position, the child may get stressed. he may start in a mental matching process, comparing his mother's expectation and his actual achievement. The greater the gap, the greater are the chances of perceiving parental rejection. And if parental rejection is perceived, then how can a child be happy? He is an unhappy child. He is always under tension that he is not coming up to the expectations of his mother. So, over-expecting parents are a great source of unhappiness among children. Clinical psychology or counseling psychology, they have two models, clinic model as well as growth model. In clinic model, the contact between the psychologist or the counselor comes when the latter has some problem. And as soon as the problem is over, the contact is also over. But I believe in growth model, where there is a constant contact between the psychologist, counselor, and the person. So positive parenting also needs that. So positive parenting. And second thing, I say that never overprotect. If children are overprotected, even they have good mental capital, even if they attain high position, their decision making will be poor. Their problem solving skill will be poor, because all the problems were solved by the parents themselves. So overprotection is not good. Thirdly, parents who indulge in sibling comparison. When I started teaching in 1958, a case came to me where the elder child became delinquent because of faulty parenting, and the only fault was his younger brother was a brighter student, and he was always projected in front of the family friends and the relatives, and the elder one was not, he felt ignored and rejected. He became delinquent. So the point which I am going to make is that parents are responsible for creating happiness or sadness among the children. And what Director Saab had said, I agree with him. Today, most of the parents evaluate a child on the basis of his academics, his academic achievement. I believe in CASEL, collaborative, academic, social, emotional learning. We take less time in imparting social, emotional education. Why not make him optimist, happy, resilient, his well-being also, because happiness is a well-being concept. Well-being, according to Carol Riff, has three dimensions: social well-being, psychological well-being, and emotional well-being. So happiness is a type of emotional well-being. So for creating emotional well-being also, family and school, they are responsible. So the point, one more thing I like to say, do not always make the child happy. Make him happy. Happiness should be part of his personality. But some amount of stress must be induced in him. Eustress is small. Stress we know is of two types: eustress and distress. If we do not make a child to fight the struggles in life, now a child grows old. Everywhere he's not going to get happiness. The happiness that he got in school or say family, that happiness is not always going to take place in his life, in his later life. He may be a struggler. He may have to face some struggle. So some amount of stress tolerance should also be taught. Not only that we make him happy, always goody-goody. This is good, but this is also necessary. So the happiness is related to so many traits which positive psychologists advocate today. For example, hope. A hopeful person is likely to be happier than a person who is not happy, who is who is low on hope. Similarly, optimism. Some people ask me, why do you use the two terms hope and optimism? They are the same thing. I say, no, they are not the synonyms. Hope is at cognitive level and as affective level, both levels. Whereas optimism is only at cognitive level. So optimism at cognitive level, hope is at both level. So effort should be made to make a child hopeful. Hopeful child is a flourishing child. And a child who is low on hope is a languishing child. So we have to make him flourishing, not languishing. If we want to make him flourishing, so hope, optimism, they should be created right from the beginning. Right from, I'm just citing an example. A 4-year-old child or 5-year-old child, IQ very good, learning skill good, all mental capital aspects are there. But when he leaves the house, his mother reprimands him, the child, for some minor mistake. तुम आज देर से सो के उठे, तुमने अपना लंच ठीक से पैक किया, ये डाटा उसको. Child, 4-year-old tender child gets stressed, and when he's in assembly, he's not very comfortable there also. And when he's not comfortable there in assembly, a teacher of a spanking mood also reprimands the child. तुम कैसे खड़े हो रहे हो, तुम्हें ठीक से देख रहा था. The child is stressed. He becomes sad. My question is, can a sad child be a good learner? Even if he has good IQ, learning skills, everything is there. But a sad child cannot be a good learner. So make him happy. Happiness is the first thing that will ensure academic attainment also. The academic achievement of unhappy children is lesser as compared to the academic achievement of happier children. So this is one more thing we should, what I call ironically, LKK model. लोग क्या कहेंगे? So LKK model, लोग क्या कहेंगे? Don't bother about them. You do your thing. क्योंकि लोग तो कहेंगे, उनका काम ही कहना है, कुछ तो कहेंगे. So don't bother about them. So because most of the people are sensitive to others' remarks, और अगर कोई ऐसा remark negative दे दिया, they may become unhappy. So ignore such remarks. So happiness should be created. Happiness is positively correlated, as I said, with hope and optimism, with self-efficacy also. A person who feels that he can do it. Efficacy means he can do it. I can do it. If that sense is there, a child. Lastly, I like to end my lecture by saying that happy children are better equipped with psychological immune system. You know, biological immune system is there, which can be enhanced. So that is genetically determined, but it can also be enhanced by yoga, by meditation, and by other techniques. Biological immune system can be enhanced. But equally important is psychological immune system. Psychological immune system is reflected in positive personality characteristic traits that individual is in possession of. So it has been found, many studies reveal that that psychological immune system, those who have a stronger psychological immune system, they face diseases in a better way than those whose psychological immune system is low. Lastly, I'll say parents also, in few of my studies, not one, several of my studies, I found that students who fight among themselves, they are usually subjected to parental punitiveness. जिन बच्चों के पेरेंट्स उन्हें पीटते हैं, ज्यादा पनिश करते हैं, वो फ्रस्ट्रेट फील करते हैं. फ्रस्ट्रेशन कॉजेज एग्रेशन. लेकिन पेरेंट्स से तो एग्रेशन शो नहीं कर सकते, तो बुलिंग बिहेवियर में इंडल्ज कर सकते हैं, इन फाइटिंग में इंडल्ज कर सकते हैं. So these are the things that can take place. So friends, I take this opportunity of thanking everybody for giving me a chance to share some of my ideas. I again say, let there be a school-family partnership with castle approach, collaborative, academic, social, emotional learning. Let us not be concerned only about academic learning, academic achievement of the children. Let us also focus on their social, emotional learning skills. Thank you very much for giving me a chance.
Thank you, Saksena sir. Thank you for giving us your valuable time. You told me you have some another conference also today. Then also you accepted.
I had that. That was Malaysia. That ended. Malaysian time ended at 2.
Okay. Then also you accepted our invitation, and it's very giving us immense pleasure to be part of your this thinking and this approach towards the parenting. Most of the students, they are the college going students. Definitely it will help them in their future also. I hope you will again in future also grace our occasions and accept our invitations. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Welcome.
Now, how could I forget the Shri Institute? The founder, the Sangh Mitra ma'am, smiling and always her voice is so sweet. When I hear her on the phone, मुझे happiness तभी आ जाती है कि मैडम की आवाज सुनकर, मैडम की हंसी सुनकर. और मैम, you are a role model for the girls college here. The girls are most of here in the girls. Madam has established herself. Madam can be a role model for you. She is serving the nation, and she is she's just what you say, propagating the psychology in the India and abroad also. So first, I would like to invite Purvi for giving the introduction of Shri. Welcome, Purvi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And also, I would like to thank all of you once again to join us in this event today, in this webinar today, which has been organized by P.G College of Women, Jammu, Gandhi Nagar, Jammu, in collaboration with Shri Healthcare Research International. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us a valuable time. So I will begin by giving a small introduction about Shri Healthcare Research International. Shri. So we are the first organization which is focusing on the energy health psychology. We are working in this domain where we are believing that the energy that we all carry, that the unit of every thought even has an energy, and how that manifests in that is working in our psychology as well. And also in Shri, we believe in integrating integrative psychotherapy along with modern science and ancient wisdom. Because for a holistic well-being, for an overall well-being of any individual, it is very important that all aspects of their self is adhered to. So that is why it's very important to provide an integrative service of integrative psychotherapy, modern science, and ancient wisdom. So Shri, we work in 4 dimensions, 4 major dimensions. First is the prevention aspect, where we are focusing on our courses and trainings that we run. management, where we conduct a lot of workshops, events, training, and the Shri Circle. Treatment, where we provide one-to-one counseling and a lot of other services, as well as research. Now, we have with us Shreya Ghosh. She is one of our esteemed psychologists in Shri, and she will be telling us further about the various dimensions that we have in Shri.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shreya Ghosh. So now I'll be giving you a detailed description about our work. So first, I'll begin with the prevention dimension. In the prevention dimension, we have various short-term and long-term courses. These courses we conduct along with our national and international associate faculty members. The faculty members are chosen very consciously, and all of them, they are experts in their own unique fields. We have a project called Psychology for All. For that, most of our courses are open to all, but some of it are specifically for the psychology students and the mental health professionals. These courses are designed integrating the modern science, psychology, ancient wisdom, holistic techniques with all of it. That makes the course unique, effective, and interesting as well. So these are our ongoing courses, the Integrated Skill Enhancement Training and the Mental Health Consultant course. In the Integrated Skill Enhancement Training, along with the course, we are also providing internship for the students, for the psychology students. And the other courses like Orientation to Psychology, Prenatal Science, Understanding Family Relations, and Managing and Maintaining Relations, these courses we will be starting very soon. The registrations for the courses are going on in our website. For further details, you can always contact us. So then in the management part, mostly we organize the workshops, training, and events. We have organized online and offline events successfully. Our upcoming event is on 11th April, that is a breathing event, and it will be conducting on World Breathing Day. So we also have Shri Circle. In Shri Circle, we conduct this monthly, and here also we have many interesting activities that we do. One can subscribe to the Shri Circle for monthly workshops. Then in the treatment, we also have treatment area. In treatment, we have one-to-one counseling. For the pandemic situation, we have shifted to the online counseling sessions. And we have been successfully providing online treatment to a lot of people. And along with online sessions, we also have online assessments, like the personality assessment, H.O.D compatibility, career counseling, all that we do online. And now we are also conducting a research in the field of spiritual intelligence, happiness index, well-being, and quality of life, which is very unique and very much relevant to what we are discussing today with today's topic. And the interested people can participate in this research through our website. And all of you are always welcome in Shri. You can go to our website to check the details about the courses, training, workshops, and feel free to connect with us always. Thank you.
Thank you, Shreya Ghosh and Purvi. Really, they are working very hard for the Shri under the guidance of the founder, Sangamitra Sao ma'am. Ma'am, your workings, what you have achievements, they are immense. Hai na? You are working day and night. In our state, Jammu and Kashmir, we have the psychologists. There is immense psychology, but the practitioners are very less. So we will definitely be finding your help and your guidance in future also. Please cooperate with us and help us in starting very programs, because you will be better knowing how to make the psychologist fully skilled. So ma'am, welcome ma'am, and kindly grace the occasion with your positive attitudes your motivational words and happy smile.
I'm visible or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm visible, right? Okay. So thank you. First of all, I want to give you thanks. So to call me here, and also for the collaboration. And I want to I want to give my thanks to the chief guest, Director of the college, the patron, Dr. Shangita Nagari, principal, and the guest of honor, Professor Dr. Aarti Bakshi and Ambica, coordinator. And also I want to thank you, N.K. Saksena, sir. So am I visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So firstly, I want to tell that how universe is controlling us in the form of pandemic, right? Previously, we were so engrossed. Every time we are so busy, we never focused on our families, we never focused on our lifestyle, we never focused on our internal resources. And what happened in 2020, the universe has some plan for us, and universe stopped the outward life, and we were all locked down in pandemic. So universe became the controller. Though we find that we are the controller, but suddenly the universe became the controller, and we found ourselves locked inside, right? At our house, and we are doing online. So the universe has some planning to give us transformation, to see, to look back, and to pause, to look back, to reflect on our families, on our internal resources, and certainly with the happiness also, our good emotions like happiness, love, how Aarti Bakshi ma'am told, the kindness, how everything to, as director sir told about the prenatal education, the mental health starts from the home, and as mental health is the basis of our overall health, so it starts from the home. It's really the real fact. Also, the Saksena sir told about the parenting, and so we are now focused on that by universe mercy. So it is about pandemic. Suddenly the pandemic started, and all over we were like we were confused. We don't know what to do, and there were isolations. We felt loneliness. We were depressed. We had anxiety. We were stressed out. This is the thing. And after that, slowly, we became to some extent normal, and we had this the space. We had this diamond that we are sitting. See, we have kept space between three people. There are space, so there are boundaries, physical boundaries, as well as with the physical boundaries, there are mental and emotional boundaries too. So the mental health condition is very bad in these days. Especially millennials are suffering a lot, and everyone around the globe. So now we are emotionally, what happened whenever the things happen in that way. So we started connecting emotionally and spiritually, and we started doing work online, as well as sometimes we are now going to offline. Though again here in Bangalore and so many places, there are second COVID, it is called second COVID has started. But we are now balancing the online and offline in this new normal. Now, what is happening is, because of the trauma and stress, this is the root cause. We always work on the root cause. Our Sri Healthcare Research International always focus on the root cause. So what happens is, or what happens when the stress is more? Or what happens when we tell that if it happens, the conditioning thoughts, then it will happen. So the fear, the emotion fear comes in our emotion. And the amygdala is the fear center, and it is the highest susceptibility to stress. This amygdala contributes, right? It becomes hyperactive, And this amygdala, there are two amygdalas in left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. But this right hemisphere amygdala is always associated with negative emotion. And because every thought has an aura of emotion, positive thought has an aura of positive emotion, and negative thought has an aura of negative emotion. So this stores, this amygdala, right hemisphere amygdala, this stores the negative emotion. And when the amygdala hijack starts, it happens the prefrontal cortex is unable to work, and at that time the person reacts. They are unable to respond, they react, and they have poor orientation, and after that the guilt comes. And because of, I'm telling these things because these are negative emotions, but we have to accept those things, we have to face those things to go to the happiness sector. Because it's not that we will not have unhappiness, we will not have fear, we will not have guilt, but yeah, because there is emotional will, if we surrender, we pause, after some time the emotion changes. So what we have to do is we have to face the feeling. We have to face it and we have to feel it. Not only judgment, no analysis, no judgment. Sometimes we have to go for the feeling mind without judgments. Now, the myth is there. Now I am going for happiness. What is happiness? Now there are so many myths. We think that if I get this, I will be happy. If I get that, I will be happy. If I have a very good car, I will be happy. If I have a very good flat, I will be happy. Money will make me happy. Relationship will be making me happy. But the main thing is, actually, the thing is that money is needed. Money is needed for the basic needs. But whenever we have experienced that whoever is having more money than the needs, they are not happy. That again, the money is coming, I will be happy. That is myth. And again, we have also seen, suppose a person is staying single, the relationship is not there. They are more happy maybe, and with the people who is having relationship, and also sometimes the relationship is also making me happy. But actually what I want to tell is happiness is not outside. Happiness is always inside us, because happiness is a emotional state. It is an emotional state characterized by feelings of like satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment, which is already now only this present moment we have now. So this is very important to be in the present moment now, and to love uncertainty and to live moment to moment. And in this present moment, if you try to smile, you will see that when we smile, dopamine gets activated, which is our gifted hormone. So, and the lungs also gets extended, right? Diaphragm gets extended. So more and more oxygen can come to our body, and through inhalation, and exhalation also become automatic, which is not needed, it goes out. So when we're happy, the motivation automatically comes. How it comes? Because the hippocampus, hippocampus is the long-term memory sector. So when we have pleasant experiences, happy experiences, that hippocampus, they stores those experiences. And because those two experiences are stored, so when the motivation is very natural. And because when we feel happy, we repeat that action. We first of all feel, we remember and repeat. So feeling is very important too. Sometimes we have to go for silence these days, and just the feelings, and only aware of the body, and so that we can feel what is our feelings. If it is stress, if it's anxiety is there, if some stress is there, we can feel it, we can face it, because it's not only we have to be happy. How Saksena sir also told this thing, that it's not that we have to be always happy. So we have to feel, we have to face the bad things also, the stress things, the anxiety things, but we have to accept it. Slowly we will see that the emotional will, the will moves, and slowly we can become happy, because we have many good experiences. And if we also can work on the pleasant memories and pleasant, we can visualize, if we can allow ourselves to visualize the pleasant memories, the happy memories, and also what we have, the gratitude, the gratefulness towards the universe, automatically the hippocampus gets activated, gets recharged to bring back those experiences when we were happy or when we are happy now. So happiness and laughter, these are emotional expressions which are very contagious, you know. And if we actually start practicing these habits, they can make a bond. They can make a bond with the family, with the friend, with the society. And also study shows that happiness is good for our health, because we know in stress what happens, the cortisol is there. Though cortisol is good, but much cortisol is very bad for our health. It gives so many diseases like diabetes, high pressure, and you know, asthma, even cancer. So happiness is good for her health, because it stops because whoever is happy people, they have less cortisol. They secrete less cortisol. And we have the research also shows that the university studies have also shown that laughter and happiness, they have some connection between each other, and this is having much health advantages. Not only health advantages, even when our heart center is open, we can attract, law of attraction happens, we can attract more effortlessly so many things which we need and which we deserve. And also happiness induces positive environment in the family. Nowadays, there is emotional pollution in the family. Everyone is stressed out, everyone is anxious, and they are actually go and they are thinking and, you know, they are thinking the same thing. And what is happening is the chemicals are draining out, you know, and the environment is also becoming toxic, and we call it environmental pollution. So if we want to induce positive environment, laughter and cracking jokes and smiling, it can make a environment also positive, because we all are working from the house. So if the house environment is positive, then our work will be also positive. And you know, happiness, whenever we are happy, the success is always with us, because the happy, if we become now happy and we do the work, at that time the success starts, because to be happy is in our hand. To choose and to allow us to be happy is in our hand, because we all have free will and we all have the choices. We are the choice makers, as Aarti Bakshi ma'am also told that we have to consciously choose what to choose and when to choose the proper orientation, because we have all the inner resources, but only we have to know and we have to explore and know how to do that, how to handle that, how to master that, and how to choose that. So there are actually 4 main chemicals in the brain that affect happiness. They are serotonin, oxytocin, endorphin, and dopamine. And these are very simple, you know. Serotonin, you can also, even if we go for sunlight for 5 to 10 minutes, you can boost up serotonin. And with proper diet and proper lifestyle, so you can boost up serotonin, because when serotonin is less, we can be depressed, we can be anxious, we can be fearful, we can worry more. So serotonin is very important and very important neurochemicals which we can boost very easily, and it is gifted. Oxytocin is the love hormone, and oxytocin, if we can, what Aarti ma'am also told, the kindness, practice of kindness, practice of empathy, just having a love for others, telling I love you, and oxytocin, at that moment only, oxytocin gets activated. Even if we tell I love myself, universe loves me, because we love everybody, but never we love ourselves. Never we think of the higher picture that universe is also there, which is actually doing something, controlling. Some was seen in the pandemic, universe has controlled us and also allowed us to transform in the positive direction. Endorphin is, so oxytocin is about love. That is a love hormone. Oxytocin is called love hormone. And endorphin is like a sedative, you know, it's also a painkiller. It's a normal painkiller. Even if we have a pain and if we do yoga, or if we do stretching, and if we do some relaxation practice, so that the parasympathetic nerves, which is in the part of autonomous nervous system, so that gets activated, and also endorphin gets recharged and gets activated, and it gives the pain. It's like a normal painkiller. And dopamine is also rewarding. When we reward someone and when we also get reward, the dopamine is activated. Even if when we smile, then also dopamine is activated. So these 4 things are this affect happiness. So these if we have a proper lifestyle, if we do yoga for some minute, if we do meditation, we can integrate these things, because if the alignment is very necessary, because everything is inside us. How it's is inside, the internal resources are inside us, and we can have this happiness automatically. So there is a Chinese saying that goes, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. And if you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. For centuries, the greatest thinkers have suggested the same thing. Happiness is found in helping others. So when we help others, we are happy. So, and also, you know, the natural law of giving is a natural law, like law of attraction and law of gravitation. These all are law of least effort is also natural law. We will be discussing after not this webinar, the time is short. So law of giving is that if we give others, if we help others, then happiness comes. And what we give others, the other person gives to us. It's it's effortless, you know. It's not about effort. It attracts the universe. Through universe, we attract so many things. So if we practice smile, people will smile to us. If we practice good things, the good things will happen in our own life. So the benefits of happiness, laughter, and humor is it boosts immunity, it lowers stress hormones. Because of those, I told you, four these gifted chemicals. It decreases pain, it relaxes our muscles, it prevents heart diseases. So little things, but so many things we can, so much benefits we can get. Prevent heart diseases, add joy and zest to life, eases anxiety and tension, relieves stress, improves mood, and strengthens resilience. Yes? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Acha. So see, links between happiness and sustainable development is also there, because we have to also think about sustainable development, right? So according to United Nations Sustainable Development Solution Network, the 2020 World Happiness Report, which is released on March 20, 2020, these are the rank, you know, there are 156 countries who are happy country, you know. So the Finland comes first, then followed by Denmark, followed by Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, Netherlands. In 144, there are so many 156 countries, and India is in the 144 rank. So it's really so joy, happiness and joy, we were talking about joy. Joy is, to some extent, it works on spiritual intelligence, because happiness is how sir also told, Aarti ma'am told, that director sir also told that, from prenatal state, the baby should be like cured. Yes, the happy mothers can create happy babies. And also the not happy mothers also, father should be also happy, because babies are also aware of the environment around the mother. So happiness is our gift, you know, and really happiness is a lifestyle. Happiness is a right, how Aarti Bakshi ma'am was also telling. So happiness is, and joy, there is a difference, because happiness is a state. So joy is like the elevator in that building that takes you up to the higher levels of happiness. And it's a deep-rooted, inspired happiness is joy. A deep-rooted, inspired happiness is joy. Now see here, they are connected to the spiritual intelligence. Yes, so they are in the joy. This is the picture. You can see the picture, right? So this is about the connection with the universe, the connection with our spiritual intelligence. Out of multiple intelligences, the four important intelligences are cognitive intelligence, emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence, and social intelligence, which are interconnected, mean these four. So the emotional intelligence is in our subconscious mind is so much traumatized in these days, that if we want to really feel happy, then we have to go for releasing our traumas, maybe from the prenatal state, or through parenting, or in any dimension of our life, or in any age, or in any steps or stages in our life. So habits which can make us happy, like smile. I told dopamine starts, you know, dopamine starts getting activated, and it can recharge dopamine. Also our diaphragm that also expands, so more and more oxygen comes when we smile. Exercise, that is for endorphin. Endorphin is a painkiller. Endorphin has multiple benefits. So in this small time, I cannot go beyond 2-3 lines, but if when I will get the opportunity, I will tell and I will describe it. Breathe. Breathe is very important to consciously be aware of our breath, because we are staying in a conscious planet, in a conscious universe, and this breath is the connection with the planet, because through breath we are connected with the mother, because when we were in the womb, we were connected through umbilical cord and we were breathing as mother was breathing, and now when we grown up, we are breathing with the mother planet. So through breath we can release our trauma, through breath we can align ourselves, through breath we can heal ourselves, and so many things I will be describing maybe if I get chances, I will describe afterwards. So trauma release is a very important, because when our subconscious mind is blocked, it is stopped in anything, so we cannot be happy. But then the people, what they do to make themselves happy, they go for addictions. They go for so many addictions. The millennials are now going for much addictions. In the cases come to our organization, and when we give trauma release, when we release the trauma, and we give laughter yoga, movement therapy, art therapy, and then practicing gratitude, and we give mental conflict resolution by integrative psychotherapy, they became happy. Everyone, their happiness is inside everyone, every individual's heart. There is happiness, but what is happening is that trauma is actually preventing, the stress is preventing to actually feel the happiness. So adequate sleep is what needed. Balanced food, I told serotonin, because if serotonin is low, depression, anxiety, and many mental disorder can happen. Even serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin, these all are the imbalances which give rise to mental illness. And because mind and body are related to each other, interdependent to each other, so mental diseases goes to body, and bodily manifest in the body, and physical disease gives mental diseases. So this mind-body relationship is really, we have to see it consciously, we have to check it consciously, we should be aware of it consciously, so that we can become master of our body and mind, so that we can be aware. And for that, conscious life is very important, to stay in the present moment and love uncertainty, and to move moment to moment. It's a mental conflict resolution, I told, through psychotherapy, but it is mental conflict resolution. If even conflict resolution can be done by Bhagavad Gita itself. We have many sacred textbooks. So conflict resolution about human beings, about the soul, we are souls in the body, and so many things we can do by Bhagavad Gita itself. But yes, we have much psychotherapy. So many psychotherapists are there to give this resolution, mental conflict resolution, so that we can consciously choose and to allow ourselves to grow. Maybe in the Maslow's hierarchy, we all know about Maslow's hierarchy, this is we can be happy in this way. So practicing gratitude, if we are grateful what we have, now see, we are connecting with the people who are very distant. We are like only sitting at home and we are connecting, so we should be very grateful for that. And I am grateful, and I tell thank you to everybody. And this gratitude, if we can practice moment to moment, that can make us happy. And also seeing what we have instead of seeing what we don't have. So the scarcity consciousness also this blocks our happiness. And keep a journal, jotting down few thoughts before going to bed. Maybe the thoughts are disturbing me, and just if we are aware, we can just jot down the thoughts before going to bed, and we can affirm our subconscious mind, if the subconscious mind is clean and clear, if it is not traumatized. Otherwise the affirmation don't work, because with affirmation we have to also feel the energy of the words, and also the positive thoughts, practicing positive thoughts, because positive thoughts, when we practice, we can become we can have an optimistic mind setup, and whenever the optimism is like a magnet which attracts every good things from the universe. And so we are in the transformation. So in the transformation, we also need inner child healing, because from the womb, as Sir told, Director Sir told, that from the womb it starts. So sometimes we see and we are aware and we feel that even child is wounded. So inner child healing is needed, cognitive restructuring is needed. We can do our own reparenting, and also heart-brain coherence. Brain is much powerful. Heart is much powerful than the brain. So heart-brain coherence is very important to feel the actual happiness, true happiness. But heart-brain coherence also go in the negative direction when we are fearful, when we are anxious. Then also the heart tells, the intuition tells in a different way, because the thoughts are actually false thoughts come to our mind, the delusional thoughts come to our mind. So don't believe whenever you are actually, if you are not in your true self, don't believe all the thoughts, because sometimes we go to the false self and we believe, oh my goodness, my intuition is telling this thing, but maybe the intuition is wrong. So heart-brain coherence, before heart-brain coherence, you can go for a psychologist, that whether it is true, you are thinking true or not, because we are actually having our very powerful self. It's not, we are not only body and mind, but we are consciousness, and we have a powerful self. So we can change our thought patterns, we can change our emotion if we pause, surrender the emotional will which is given by universe. It actually continues the whole day, moment to moment. So we should have a purpose in life. We should not should. We can have a purpose in life, because we will not tell should. If we can have a purpose in life, we can face stress and other feelings. We can feel our feelings. Yeah, meditation is very important to integrate, to be aware of, because we are awareness, and whenever we are continuous, we are aware. That is consciousness. So meditation gives our not self-empowerment only. It can give self-enlightenment as well. And not only these things are inner works, inner engineering, we should integrate, we should balance with life skills, communication skills, situation handling skills also outside, so that we can make our environment positive. It's a self-referential journey. Only one soul can do that. Yes, one soul, if it can do, then they can help other, and that two person can help more too. In this way, we can help others to transform and to have these skills to make our planet a beautiful planet and heal our planet. Our planet is also wounded, you know. So our true identity is Sat Chit Ananda, truth, consciousness, and bliss. So I will be telling, I don't know when I will be getting the opportunity, I'll be telling you about this thing, because more to tell about our true identity, because we are not only body, mind, also beyond that. Yes. And what is bliss? That is the great joy, perfect happiness, which is in your existence, which is in our existence, a state of spiritual blessedness and spiritual intelligence is now, research has found it is there. And so, thank you. Thank you for your patience, and namaste to everyone. Yes.
Okay, any questions from the participants? Participants, if they want to ask any question. Actually, we have given so much of knowledge. There is nothing left which is untold.
There are many things to tell, Ambica. It's just the basics, you know. There are much depth inside that.
Okay, so it means we are conducting a series of programs in the future.
Yes.
Okay. Now, on behalf of the P.G College for Women, Gandhi Nagar, Jammu, and the Shri Institute, I feel privileged to thank our chief guest, Professor Peerzada Mohammad Yousaf, Director Colleges, guest of honor, Professor Dr. Aarti Bakshi ji, our eminent speakers, N.K. Saksena sir, and Sangamitra Sau Sen Gupta, the founder of Shri Healthcare Research International, and not the least, our participants also. Without them, this program cannot be successful. Thank you all very much. We are parting from each other to meet again with more vigor and happiness. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambica.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Ambika. Thank you, Aarti Bakshi ma'am. Thank you, Saksena sir.
Thank you,
Director sir. Thank you, everyone who were here to make it successful.
So, one